Hello everybody! In today's video, we'll be building the rest of our guard quarters area. First, we'll take a look at what we already have built, and then we'll finish building the rest of it out. So this is the beginning area to the barrack, which is going to be the guard quarter area. Our main character, the prisoner in our game, is going to be coming out from this area, which we're going to add a stair. He's going to be coming out from the first area, which is the prison basement area, and he's going to be headed towards the barrack area. The initial area right here that's kind of wall off is going to be the guard changing area. We add in some weapon racks or something to show the players that. Right now we have some goblin characters already that are set to play the dead animation as soon as the scene starts, to show that there was a fight that kind of happened here. And later on we'll add in some dead knight or something to let the player see that. And over here we have our initial door quest area that we made another video on the other day. What it's going to do is that it's going to start a quest for the player when he come up to the door and knock on the door, go through a dialogue wheel, and he's going to get a stat reward depending on what option of the dialogue wheel he picked. Over here we have our Guard Captain Janice area, or Guard Captain Janice character. She's set to play just the idle animation right now, and we'll add in a dialogue later on, directing her to the back area over here, which is the blacksmith store area. The blacksmith area is going to be the same everywhere. It's going to be kind of like the Pokemon nursing center or the Pokemon market, which is kind of the same every single place that you go. It'll have the same character and it'll look the same. For familiarity with the character, thought it would be a really good idea. And the blacksmith character, they have no animation set on them right now, so we can put a quick animator on them. Just have them play the idle animation. So this is our main animator, which has pretty much all of our animation, with the entry one, the one that they'll always play unless there's a command given, as just a normal idle animation, and we'll give that to this blacksmith character. Just have him play that when the character is here, and then we'll give the same animation to this blacksmith character too. And later on we'll add a shop into her as well. This blacksmith character already have a shop in it, where the character can go to the blacksmith character, buy, sell item, and we'll have a special item just in this store too that we can take a look at later on. And before we start building the rest of the area, this is just the guard sleeping quarter. This is where they'll sleep. We'll add in a couple of tables for card game or something. And then we'll finish off with just a door leading to the library area of the barracks. And we'll stop the video there. So let's add in just a basic shop to this other blacksmith character. And we can do that using the ORK Framework. The shop setting is already set up, but using the ORK Framework, it's not that long to set it up. And we can take a look at the setting and everything here now, just to see what we're gonna get when we open it. So right now it has two items, just the potion and the mana potion to buy and sell, and the rare item is going to be just like a halberd that they only sell at this blacksmith area. And that's the shop part of it. And the layout, what we're gonna see is just gonna be this part right here. It's just gonna show a buy, sell, exit button. And this part is just gonna show what menu we use. So we can see all of that option in the work when our player go to the scene. So to add in the shop using all the option that we just saw, we just go to shop interaction or add component in the scene wizard ORK framework, and we'll add in a component called shop interaction to this character, and we'll set it to interact. We'll put a box collider on it. That way the player is able to trigger the interaction. And we can see all of the shop stuff a little bit later on. And for the rest of the guard quarters area, what we're going to do is select all of these stairs, and we can do that by just shift left clicking. Get all these tiles over here. And all of the ad sets and everything used is going to be in the commentary. We'll press Control D after we clicked all those tiles, and then we'll just move it up a little bit over here. We'll turn the snapping on just for 1 second. It's not exactly on there. Get pretty close. And that should work. We'll do Control D again. We'll add in another section. Let's move it up here a little bit more. And then what we're going to use this area for is just going to be an exit area to the main library area. So we'll set up some doors over here and some walls using some prefabs that we already have created. So go to materials for us. We have the walls under tiles, and we'll just use a couple of walls like this over here. And we'll take a look at which wall's okay. Let's go ahead and use the first one and the last one. We just mix them around. And we can line it up perfectly with each other using this coordinate right here and copy, paste it to this one. And then we'll try to get this one as close as we can at this one, which I think that should be fine. And then we'll copy like maybe these two or something, copy it over. All the way to the end. And we can see how all of this look later on when our player go to this main guard quarters area. And if you make a mistake or something, you can always press Ctrl Z and it'll reselect the thing for you. Awesome. So we'll set up a door right over here. It's going to use this door frame right here. And we'll set it up to be this one again. And then we'll reverse it. This is the door right here. And all of these are prefabs that we already made. Then we can grab this door frame over here. Put it over here. We'll try to get this as evenly as possible. And we'll put in a fancy door over here. And we'll try to get this as close as possible too. We'll have an ORK game event. Rotate the door when the player interact with the door. And then we'll just copy this one wall over here. And we'll stretch it out all the way to the end. And we can see how it looks a little bit later on when our player interact with the scene. And we'll add in a couple of tables or something to show maybe like a guard hanging out area. So we'll add in a table over here, maybe a table over here, table over here. And we can see how it looks later on. Maybe like a short table or something over here, a long table over here. We'll put some chairs and some, well, let's put some mugs first on the table, make it look a little bit more realistic. Put a mug over here, put a mug over here. And we can see how it'll look later on. Put a mug over here, put a mug over here. Put a mug over here. Put a mug over here. Then maybe some chairs. Put in some chairs over here. Oh, over to the eye. Put 0. Some chairs over here. Chairs over here. And then we'll put some chairs over here, but we'll rotate the chairs or something. Let's rotate the chair or something. And let me reset this thing. I always want to try to reset your tariff position. That way it doesn't mess anything up later on, like the animation or something. Or your transformation. And we'll rotate this chair over here. And we'll put this chair over here or something. And then for our door area, we'll just put in using the ORK Framework and an event interaction. And it's just going to be our door event. So it's going to be our door rotate event, which is pretty much just going to rotate the door. And then we'll add in a box collider again. Put as a trigger, that way the player can interact with it. And we can see off that later on. For our area right here, we want it to be kind of protected by some guardmen. So we'll add in some guard character right here. Let's see. Put in a guard character right here. And these guys already have the animation playing. We'll add in another guy right here. Have him face this way, and we can see how off that look later on. Then we can have maybe like a third guy over here. And they're all gonna be protecting this door from the library area, which we're gonna have monsters in, and that's where we're going to have our quest area in. It's kind of a transition area. And maybe we'll have some crates or something to block the way. Let's take a look. Getting some crates over here. Maybe a little bit of the crates over here. Move it back a little bit. That way the player can get through. And hopefully the player can kind of squeeze through this area. And we can take a look at that later on. And then finally, before we take a look at everything and close everything off, we'll add in a little talk event that we'll create right now for our guard captain Janice, which is gonna direct her to the blacksmithing area. That way we can take a look at it and everything. The door event already gave us our quest to the library area, so that should lead us there. And in the library area is where we'll have the monster and everything, which we'll make in the next video. For our our captain event, we're just gonna set it as a block event. So we'll block the move AI, blocking event, block control, block hammer control. Oh, we don't have to block the move AI. We'll add in one actor, and it'll just be the event object, and we'll set the name for it as guard Captain Janice, and that's going to be our main character, or that's going to be our guard captain character. And then we'll just have it show a dialogue directing our player to the blacksmith area. And we'll have the character play an animation just greeting the player. And we'll add in trigger, and we'll have him play a bow animation. So ideally, what that's gonna do is it'll play the bow animation, and then it'll show this dialogue right here, just directing the player to the blacksmith area. And we'll save this event as Janice direction. And we'll add it this event now. And of course we need to add in a box collider and a trigger for this one too. And we do not need to do anything else with this one. So right now we still got this blank area right here, which we can fix really fast. Control D. Just put as a negative, and we'll try to line this up over here. With our door right here. And that should be perfect. We'll stretch this out a little bit. And we can take a look at of that in 1 second. We'll do the same over here. And we'll close everything off later on. Or I'll close everything off later on. Is this setting up the walls around everything again? Just make sure everything kind of look okay. Alrighty, now we can take a look at our scene and see how everything is. We'll go back to our beginning scene. And then we'll run to the second floor really fast. Turn down the volume here. That's just loading up. Thank you for watching my video. It's always a lot of fun making these videos. And hopefully we can see the game kind of make from beginning to end. That should be fun. Alright. So this is the beginning area right here. We're gonna just skip everything and try to run to the second area really fast.
Oh, this can't be happening! Let's do some hunting. Let's do some hunting.
I definitely forgot to set up the beginning area as a start barracks area. If we go set that up really fast right after this. But it's just gonna be kind of a small area where I have these little weapon things right here and maybe some dead guards to show the players that there was a small fight that went on with the guards before they retreated back to the barracks. This is the beginning area. We're escaping the basement prison right now. Escaping the basement prison. We're skipping the plaza. And we just want to head right down to the second floor, or right up to the second floor. And we can take a look at everything we built in a second. So this is the beginning area. The goblins are playing the dead animation. They were alive in the main screen, but they're just set to play the dead animation as soon as the game starts. This is our door area, and this is gonna be our fourth quest. And we can just go through the dialogue wheel right now. Let's choose this one. And we definitely gotta delete that part too. Sometimes it kind of plays over twice. We'll just set a quest where we'll see the speech. And then we can interact with our guard captain. Show that she's playing the animation and she's in a black smoking area. We'll call it everything later on. And then we can change that to have the character face the player's animation in the setting. Which then or something to give the player as a new one area. And this is the black spinning area, which we're trying to keep